It's a hurricane. Right now it's kind of sunny. Things are doing fine. Everyone thinks the Fed can handle this. That hurricane is right out there down the road coming our way. We just don't know if it's a minor one or Superstorm Sandy or Sandy or Andrew or something like that. And you better brace yourself.
Well, I still try to pay attention to what's happening in the economy. I trust the Fed to make the right decisions. We have been hit by an incredibly unusual shock. And in the one hand, we're almost 6 million jobs short of where we were before the pandemic, which means a lot of people who still need jobs. On the other hand, many firms are finding it difficult to hire. We've had extraordinary shifts in the pattern of demand away from services and toward goods. And I know the Fed is trying to sort through the implications of that. Supply bottlenecks have developed that have caused inflation. I believe that they're transitory, but that doesn't mean they'll go away over the next several months. I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take. But
it wasn't just the president who got it wrong a year or so ago. I want to play for you what you said about inflation last year. Listen to this.
Is there a risk of inflation? I think there's a small risk, and I think it's manageable. I don't anticipate that inflation is going to be a problem, but it is something that we're watching very carefully.
Was it a mistake, Madam Secretary, to downplay this inflation risk? Did that contribute to the problems we're all seeing right now? Well,
look, I think I was wrong then about the path that inflation would take. As I mentioned, there have been unanticipated and large shocks to the economy that have boosted energy and food prices and supply bottlenecks that have affected our economy badly that I at the time didn't fully understand. I was wrong that I at the time didn't fully understand. I'm ready to retire the word transitory. I can agree that hasn't been an apt description of what we're dealing with. I was wrong that I at the time didn't fully understand. I don't think this is endemic inflation. And, we have tools to address it, and it will be important to do so. I was wrong that I at the time didn't fully understand.
Are higher prices here to stay?
I believe it's transitory. I was wrong that I at the time didn't fully understand. Outside of those pandemic-affected sectors, inflation is very moderate and really consistent with inflation rates we think of as normal. And I believe that the price pressures we're seeing are transitory, that inflation will settle down over the medium term. I was wrong that I at the time didn't fully understand. We have in recent months seen some inflation, and we, at least on a year-over-year basis, will continue, I believe, through the rest of the year to see higher inflation rates, maybe around 3%. But I personally believe that this represents transitory factors, and I will say that in the United States, there have been factors that are transitory that in past years have raised inflation without affecting the underlying inflation rate, and factors that have lowered it that have also been transitory. And I generally believe that policy should look through transitory factors. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong that I didn't, at the time, didn't fully understand. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Is this a private property? I understand, but if there's somebody from the station that I could talk to about gas prices. No. You guys don't want to talk?
Yeah, that's what happened when our Fox 11 Christina Gonzalez reporter started asking questions at this Chevron station.
People we talked to are accusing this particular station of illegal market manipulation.
Christina Gonzalez is there live right now. Christina.
You know, and this is one of only 2 stations in this immediate area, so they've always had a slightly higher price. But this, we've never seen anything quite like this. And the truth is that there's nothing actually that anybody can do about these people charging this much at this point. Watch.
$140 to fill up my van. That's crazy.
Crazy, but not unexpected. At over $8 a gallon, that's at this Chevron off Alameda in downtown LA.
I didn't want to come to the station, but I kind of ran out of gas, so I thought I had to.
These prices are way higher than the going average of $6.17 in LA County. When we tried to ask why, we were asked to leave.
Is this a private property?
I understand, but if there's somebody from the station that I could talk to about gas prices. No. You guys don't want to talk?
No, we don't have.
They don't have to talk to us, but they might end up having to talk to the California Attorney General's office, which in March sent a letter to the CEOs of refineries operating in California, warning them against illegal market manipulation. As to this particular station, Chevron sent us a statement saying, quote, along with the majority of our branded stations in California, they're owned by independent business people who make their own decisions about the prices to charge at their stations. But other than running out of gas, why would anyone pay this kind of money?
We're from Florida. We're here on vacation.
Oh, okay.
This is like, I printed it out, posted it on social media. This is like crazy.
Consumer Watchdog is calling this predatory price gouging. And the truth is that there is a law in California, but it does not go into effect unless there is a declaration of emergency from either the federal government, the state government, or the local government. And we haven't gotten that at this point. We'll have to see how much higher it has to get for them to actually think it's an emergency. Live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Christina Gonzalez. Back to you guys in the studio.
Is not only just a supply chain shortage, but we have a shortage of leadership. We have a shortage of action. We need this administration to close our border, to open the pipelines, to issue drilling permits, etc. That's where the problem is.
Yeah, I mean, when I was at the border, I was talking with some farmers who said that their farms are totally trashed by, gotaways and illegals. I know farmers are feeling the pinch of surging diesel prices, not even including the border issues, but filling a tracker, a tanker daily now cost farmers $1,000, twice what it was a year ago. How is this cutting into profits, and assess the plight of farmers for us?
Well, you're right. Diesel is our fuel that we burn in our tractors and combines. It's through the roof, but it's not just diesel. It's fertilizer process. It's parts. We can't get new tractors, new combines. We can't get new tillage equipment. So we have to keep running our older equipment, which we can't get parts for. So it's just a whole comedy of errors, and it just multiplies on top of itself. The one saving grace is, thanks to the Trump administration, our commodity prices are just about as good as they've ever been. But here in the South, we've had a drought. We've got record wheat prices, but if you don't have any wheat to sell, it doesn't really matter what the price is. In the West and Midwest, they've had extensive rains. They're way behind on our planting. So we've got our usual culprits and challenges that we have in agriculture, whether it be markets or the weather. Now this administration is complicating that with supply chain shortages, fuel prices through the roof, fertilizer through the roof, etc.